light and darkness crisscross. It got my crew pissed off. It's like my wrist off. I'm writing rhymes till time hits for my mind is a pure menace.
What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Grave, and today we're finally getting into my review or impressions of Dragonball FighterZ. Now, if you haven't seen my Monster Hunter World review, which will be up, go check it out. But if you're new here, real quick review, what I mean by that is it's mostly my impressions, and we will get into graphics and all that stuff. I'll touch on it real quick, but it's mostly I want to give you how I feel about the game, what I like about it, what I dislike, what I'm loving about it, and why I think you should pick it up. That's mainly what it is. So it's mainly my impressions, and then really my whole overall arching review is just to tell you guys whether or not I feel like you should waste time, money, and effort on a game, and whether or not you should pick it up, and who I really think it's for. I'm going to really try to start getting into that as well. I want to really start trying to connect with who I think this game is for, and if you like certain games, you will like this. So without further ado, let's get into motherfucking Dragonball FighterZ, boy. Oh my fucking god. Now, if you see my Monster Hunter World review, I will be referencing it a couple times in this review because they did come out the same day, which now I believe might have been a problem for Dragonball FighterZ, but not a problem for me. Just know that I will be referencing that review from time to time when it comes to this one. But holy shit, boy. Dragonball motherfucking FighterZ. Fuck with wow than what I fucking could hope it was gonna be. And listen, Monster Hunter is taking up all of my time right now, which is a goddamn travesty because it makes me feel so guilty about not playing FighterZ because I fucking love it. I fucking love that game. It's so fucking good. Let's get it right out of the way. Graphics a fucking 10. A+. Like, fuck, oh my god. Presentation, oh my god. Like, I got a video coming for y'all. If I could get it done tomorrow, I will. I probably won't. It'll probably be next week, one of the videos I do next week. But I got a video coming for y'all that if Arc System just were to make a DLC, or if they were to make another game, and instead of trying to further along the story that they put in this one, they just literally gave us a retelling of Dragon Ball Z in its entirety, and Dragon Ball Super as well. We would weep. We would weep. The attention to detail and the amount of detail they were able to get into these fucking character models and into that screen as shit is happening literally it brings a tear to my eye sometimes because unbelievable work. Arc System Works home run right out of the park. Like right off the rip, real quick, Dragonball FighterZ, the fastest selling Dragon Ball game of all time, and with good reason. Because you take one look at it as a fan, I don't care if you despise fighting games. I know some people that despise fighting games. And because Arc System put so much love and care into the presentation and the look of this game, they went and they purchased it just to play. Now, they're not going to go online where they're going to get their fucking shit pushed in just for the sake of saying they went online. But there's so much more to this game than just the online, which we're going to reserve that for a second as well. But there's so much more to this game than just the online. They have arcade mode. They have training mode. Obviously, they have like the standard local battle versus mode, right? On top of all of that, they do have a story mode that if you choose to really complete, will take some time. And yeah, is it a blow your hair back, oh my god, fucking amazing story? No, but watching it unfold and watching our favorite characters interact and them really getting into the meta of Dragon Ball just to fucking appease fans, it's fucking awesome. I've been a fan of Dragon Ball for fucking ever, so all the little quips and all the little lines between the characters I just had a big dumb kid smile on my face the whole time. Yeah, it wasn't great, but fucking amazing. Android 21, an amazing babe, by the way. I fucking love Android 21. Oof, boy. But like, yeah, oh my god, like Android 21, an amazing addition to Dragon Ball. Like, I love that character. I love the character design. You know, her motives, yeah, who the fuck cares? I mean, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, let's be honest. Dragon Ball villains never really have the best motives anyway. But Jesus, yo, there's so much content to be had that just strictly being a fan, I would pick this game up regardless, even if I knew I was trash at fighting games, which I am not great at fighting games. I used to be really good at them, but I'm not great anymore. But that's another thing about this game. Like, the gameplay is so fun that I want to get good. I want to be better. I need to be better. I want to train. And because Monster Hunter is taking up a lot of my time, I don't get to play as often as I would like. But trust me, the second I can find an opening, the second I can find a minute to breathe from Monster Hunter and really feel like I can put it down, I am going to be on Dragon Ball FighterZ like crazy. Because it's fucking amazing. It's a dream come true for a Dragon Ball fan and for a fighting game fan to, and especially if you're a fan of both. It's a dream come true. It's an amazing experience. And I want to talk about some things that I don't really think we needed and I don't like, that do take away from the experience, but it has nothing to do with gameplay or mechanics. And that is the hub system, the story mode and the way that it was laid out, and just the overall online matchmaking. Okay? The hub system, ArcSys, I really don't think that was on you guys. I think that was a Bandai thing. I think that because Bandai had Xenoverse and it was really popular, I think that they wanted you to put in that little hub world with all the chibi characters and all that. That shit's cute and all, but we didn't need that. Like, I know historically Arc System, you guys do like a little arcade setting. Like, I know in Guilty Gear, you know, how you have the arcade boxes and like you walk up and you ask somebody if you want to fight, and like that shit is cool. Like, it was cool, but that should have been just reserved for strictly multiplayer purposes. Like, we did not need a persistent hub world so that when I want to go to training, I gotta run over to the training, or I want to go to arcade, I gotta run over to the arcade. Like, we didn't need that. That was a whole bunch of development time that you guys could have like really put into something else, other resources, a story, like more of the story, or you know, anything, different costumes for each character, something. Those resources could have been used better, because we did not need that hub system. It's a complete misstep and a complete misfire, and I don't want to put it all on you, Arc System Works, because I do think Bandai had something to do with that, knowing, you know, that the majority of their games right now do have like some sort of online hub system, and it's like, we didn't need that, guys. You even have a regular list, like a regular menu screen in the hub world. If you press L2, you'll get a menu, and you can just go from story to practice to whatever. Like, that's what that should have been. That's all we needed. We did not need all that extra shit. And the online infrastructure, like the netcode and the way that it connects to the game, like the online connectivity is fucking garbage. I know they are looking to fix it, but this is a problem in fighting games and in general. We gotta make sure that that shit works, because the majority of people want to fight against each other. Once the story and shit wears off, you want to, or the arcade, or, you know, you've been in the lab practicing, you want to fight other people. And right now, it is not that easy to do. If you want to just do a ranked match or a casual match, that shit's fine. It's still some connectivity issues, but you can find a match 9 times out of 10. But if you just want to say, boy, run me the hands and play with your friend, that shit is way too complicated, guys. Like, it needs to be simplified. And I think, again, that's why it goes hand in hand with that online hub that we didn't need that, nor did we ask for it. And I know you guys are trying to give us a really cool experience and give us something, that's a little bit different and unique when it comes to, queuing and matchmaking for the online experience of a fighting game, but we did not need that, guys, and I'm sorry to say, but that was a misstep. We didn't need that shit. And another misstep, I would say, is the story. Even though the story it's some dumb fun and there's some really cool interactions between certain characters, there are really cool interactions between all of them, and it's fucking awesome. Like I said, Android 21 is an amazing addition to the roster. Definitely awesome. Definitely a character that I think is going to be around for a long time to come. Like, she fits right in to the Dragon Ball mythos, right into the Dragon Ball lore, and that's fucking awesome. But simply the way that they lay the story mode out, like, I would have much rather them go the Injustice 2 super dramatic, everyone has their role to play. Maybe they could do it a little bit differently where, like, they don't give you the exact 3 characters you're going to play with or the exact squad you're going to play with, and they let you choose or whatever in between cutscenes who you're going to fight with. I would have much rather them just give us a more closely knit cinematic experience that brings us from battle to battle instead of this weird chessboard, like, board game mechanic that they had that kind of is reminiscent of Budokai 2. Like, I don't know if you played that, but, like, if you remember in Budokai 2, you had, like, the little piece and it would move, and we didn't need that. Like, that, again, a misstep. But yeah, if they would have just said, we're going to take reins of the story, we know that we have a 3 versus 3 battle system, that's how you will experience the majority of the game, but in the story, in the campaign, we're going to have 1v1 battles, 1v3 battles, 2v3, 3v3, and we're going to handpick the characters that are going to be the main characters that you will control, or these are the characters you would control. How they do in Injustice 2 is, like, you essentially control almost every character in the roster as they move the story along. They could have did something like that for this game, and it would have served way better, because, like I said, the presentation is so fucking good. The way the game looks, the voice acting, everything is so fucking good that at some point it looks better than the actual source material. Like, that's why we need this, because it literally at some points looks way better. And in my video I got coming up, like, there is definitely things I think that we could have done to improve the story if you wanted to go an original story route. But even if you didn't, and you kind of just wanted to do a retelling of all the best fights and best, arcs of Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, we could have done that, and it would have served you guys much, much better. But I don't want it to sound like I don't like the story at all. I just think that it could have been done much better, and the way that you progress through it could have been done much better. But other than that, really, the game is fucking phenomenal. And another game that came out at the end of January that I believe can definitely be in the Game of the Year discussion. Maybe not everyone's, but it's definitely in my Game of the Year category for fucking sure. And this game, really, I think it encompasses a whole package. It's fucking going to Evo, like, we made it, boy. Like, Arc System Works, you guys knocked it out of the park. Fucking congratulations. You guys now have 3 games at Evo this year, and Dragon Ball FighterZ is a high-profile game on that stage, and that's fucking awesome. And it shows you that you guys really crafted an amazing experience. And I feel people that love fighting games and people that love Dragon Ball can essentially have a reason to pick this game. Like, I feel like there are fighting game fans that were not fans of Dragon Ball that will be fans of Dragon Ball after playing this game. And there are anime fans that are not fans of fighting games that will legitimately be a fan of a fighting game after the end of playing this. Real quick though, when you first start playing the game and you start scratching the surface and really, start kind of finding your own, especially in team composition, you will quickly realize that there's a lot more depth to this game, and that is definitely going to see a lot of people drop out, because if they go online and they try their hand, they are going to get fucked up. Because if you play fighting games, if you understand fighting games, especially Arc System fighting games, you will be cleaning house. I'm just telling you that shit right now. There are times where you just feel like you cannot do anything against another human opponent, and in the harder difficulties of the arcade, same thing. If you're not willing to put in the work, you will get work. And that is my only disclaimer, but this game is for Dragon Ball fans, this game is for fighting game fans, and this game will make fans of both, and that is fucking incredible. I want everyone to understand that if you are a fighting game fan, you should be picking this game up. If you are an anime fan or a Dragon Ball fan, you should definitely be picking this game up. And if you're an anime fighter fan, you are in your fucking glory, because the Lord God Arc System Works has bestowed upon us one of the greatest fighting games in recent memory, and that's no bullshit. So that's the end of my fucking review. Go fucking pick up Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's fucking awesome, and I love it. Amazing. Okay? Definitely worth it. Game of the year material, especially if you're a Dragon Ball fan. If you are a fucking Dragon Ball fan and you are on the fence about trying this game out, pick it up. I swear it will surprise you. Promise you that. And yeah, if you're new here, we try to do this at least 2 times a week. Okay, I will be coming out with a channel update soon to let you guys know what's going on and what's going to be the new schedule. I fucking appreciate you if you got to the end of this video. If you've been rocking with me from the beginning, I'm so humbled, and I fucking appreciate you guys, because I love doing this shit. And look, for more anime, gaming, and streaming, stay tuned here on Grave TV. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BeyondTheGrave. Have a fucking good one. Get at me. Let me know what you guys think about these 2 games that I reviewed. Let me know what you fucking think about my impressions and my thoughts on the game. And hit me up in the comments, because I'm ready to talk. Have a good one. Graves out. Peace.